점수 잡는 hackers.
Along with recorded sound, the golden record includes images both ingrained on the surface and stored as data on the records. The images provide a snapshot of humanity by showing people from different cultures going about their everyday lives. Okay, we're talking about people and their everyday lives, so this is supposed to be possessive form. It's obviously T-H-E-I-R, so B would be your answer. And this means what? This is a contraction, and this means they are, so obviously this is wrong as well, right? Okay, so B, possessive form. Some images also contain mathematical and scientific principles that would be consistent across the universe. The record also includes an image of our solar system and the planets with respect to 14 pulsars, essentially a cosmic map of our portion of the galaxy. Okay, so the record also includes an image of our solar system and the planets with respect to 14 pulsars is a full sentence, so it is an independent clause. So we're going to call it IC. Essentially a cosmic map of our portion of the galaxy. Okay, that is not a full sentence because it's missing a verb. It doesn't have a verb, right? So it's kind of like description and then the answer. As you see here, it says the record also includes an image of our solar system and the planets with respect to 14 pulsars. So this is the description of the image that the record includes. Okay, so description in the front. And then the second clause, essentially, so basically what it is a cosmic map. So we've labeled this, right? Cosmic map of our portion of the galaxy. That's what the image is. So that's the answer to the description. Okay, in this case, description answer only works with colon. Okay, you don't want to put nothing in between the two clauses like B, boy, that's wrong, right? And A is wrong because the second part, the latter part, essentially a cosmic map of a portion of the galaxy is not a full sentence. So you can't just put a period there and then start with a capital letter E and start a new whole sentence, right? Okay. And C, pulsars, comma, essentially, comma. Okay, that's unnecessary to do that because in that case, that means essentially it will be gone, right? And it may make sense. Let's read it. The record also includes an image of our solar system and the planets with respect to 14 pulsars, a cosmic map of our portion of the galaxy. Okay, that would be grammatically wrong, right? But then the more effective answer in this case would be to emphasize with a colon. And the colons rule is that the first part has to be a full sentence, second part doesn't matter. So we're going to make it pretty formal by putting a colon in there and showing that this is a relationship between description and answer. So D, David, is our best choice. Over 40 years later, the Voyager spacecraft is still drifting in interstellar space. It carries with it the sights, sounds, and story of human civilization. 31, at this point the writer is considering adding the following sentence. Scientists on Earth still receive signals, like today, right? Still receive signals from Voyager, though they grow fainter with time and distance. Okay, so should the writer make this addition here? Let's look at the rest of the paragraph to see if there is any mention of the current situation or today, right? Okay, as Jamie Carter said in his recording, this is a present from a small, distant world, a token of our sounds, our science, our images, our music, our thoughts, and our feelings. We are attempting to survive our time so we may live into yours. All right, there is no mention of today or nowadays or in this modern day and age. It still carries on. And it did say that like over 40 years later, the Voyager spacecraft is still drifting, which means still floating around in interstellar space. So that might confuse you a little bit, but notice here, that this is not just saying that it's still in space to this day. It's saying that we still receive signals from it. Okay, that's okay. But then like the fact that they grow fainter with time and distance, so they grow harder to distinguish or harder to kind of like receive or understand with time and distance so far away. Okay, that's a little bit distracting from the main topic of this paragraph. Okay, so the main topic of this paragraph is the meaning of this spacecraft and how important it is because it contains the sight, sounds, and story of human civilization. And this is emphasized by Jimmy Carter as well. So probably not because it blurs the focus of the paragraph would be correct. But what about D, David? No, because it does not match the style and tone of the rest of the passage. Style and tone is not what is at issue here. So C would be your correct answer. Okay, style and tone, there's nothing wrong with this. It's pretty academic, just like the rest of the paragraph. As Jimmy Carter said in his recording, this is a present from a small, all right, so he said something, he made a statement, so you definitely want to put a comma after recording and then start with quotation marks, notifying the reader that you are about to quote someone, right? So you want to say recording, comma, okay? This is a present from a small distant world, a token of our sounds, our science, our images, our music, our thoughts, and our feelings. We are attempting to survive our time so we may live into yours. So quotation marks here. So this is the full quote, right? Okay, when you're introducing quotes, you definitely want to put a comma there before you start the quotes. Same thing if, as Jimmy Carter said in his recording, if this clause came at the very end here, after the quote, you would still have to put a comma instead of a period in that case.